Yo, what's going on? This is your boy Josh, and you are tuning in to the podcast, Just a Kid from Gary, a podcast that inspires others around the globe to achieve their dreams and make them a reality. And in this podcast, I highlight individuals that grew up in Gary or cities like Gary and now are doing amazing things. And in this podcast episode today, I got one special for you guys. I got a Gary native, my boy Chris, and actually he's actually got his own podcast. Is it explicit content?
Yeah, for sure. Explicit content.
Explicit content. Nice. Man, real quick, man, kind of give my audience a little bit of bio about you, man, and where you at and what you've been doing lately.
Okay, so yeah, like you said, Chris Robinson, I'm from Gary, Indiana, born and raised. When I went to graduate from Westside High School, went to Morehouse College, just completed 4 years in Morehouse. Graduated in May. We actually didn't have graduation yet because of COVID. Okay. So still waiting. Graduation is pushed back to December, hopefully. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm working. I'm a content creator. You feel me? So other than my podcast, that's what I do. I'm helping other companies, other contents. So right now I'm working with Straight to Tell production company. I'm just helping out with them, producing content, helping with their productions, day-to-day work. I'm working with Politic in the app. That's an app. If you don't have it, download it right now. It's also co-founded by Gary, a resident, Jordan Wilson. It's one of my very close family friends, like a sister to me. And we've been working, to make that app one of the best apps out. It's I don't even know how to put it because it's something that hasn't been done before. And I guess that kind of explains me. A lot of the things that I'm trying to do are things that haven't been done before. And then that can take us back to Gary, you feel me? We got to do something to change Gary that hasn't been done before because, Gary is very historic. Right. You feel me? And it's rich in history. So, you feel me? We have the first black mayor, you feel me? So it's like, what else can we do? We got to reinvent ourselves and do things that haven't been done before. So, you feel me? To wrap up a little bit about me, that's me, and that's what I stand for.
You had mentioned Politic in the app, man. Crazy thing is, I didn't even know you was behind that. I just got a DM. I just got a DM by them like not too long ago. Well, I had DM'd them, told them like I love what they're doing. So tell me a little bit more about that, man, because I didn't even know you was behind that.
So yeah, like I said, I'm a content creator, producer type shit. So what I do for content or for politicking is basically whatever you see on the socials, like as far as video wise or you feel me, YouTube wise, I'm clipping, cutting that, you feel me, working with our personalities, getting the videos out. Like if you see, we did a vote by mail video, you feel me, just working with them, clipping that out, produced the ad for them for our GoFundMe campaign. So you feel me, just things like that. And there's a lot of things in politicking that we have coming out in the works. I would say, you feel me, just stay in tune. That's why I said if you don't have it, get in tune now because it's definitely you feel me, one of those apps that's gonna be cool to watch, over the next 4 to 5 years. And if you have, the you feel me, the cash flow, please donate. You feel me? If you can, whether it's $10 or 10,000, you feel me, we can use the donations right now.
So y'all just kind of explain to me, y'all kind of just like a up and coming starting app, and this is going to be geared towards putting legislations and political information onto an app where Black people can access it, right? Or anyone, right?
Yeah, I would say not just Black people. We're going for anyone because it's not partisan. So you feel me? It's not representing Democrats or Republicans. You get me? So
okay.
We just trying to get the right information out to the people. You feel me? Whether if you want to vote for Donald Trump, I want you to know why you voted for Donald Trump. You feel me? Right. It's gonna be on the app. You feel me?
Right.
It's a way to engage millennials in voting. We on our phones all the time, so.
And honestly, man, we really need that because when we make decisions, like as far as like political decisions and like where we trying to like, we base them off of just like emotion and like what other people know. We really don't know the facts behind them. And so I think that like that app, man, I've been doing my little research on that. I think that app is going to be a game changer for sure.
So I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man. So you say you went to Morehouse, man. How was that experience?
Man, Morehouse was great. It's a great experience. It's an all male school. So you feel me, like, and that was my first time, experiencing something like that. I know it was a few. What was this all-male school in Gary? It's called McCullough.
Yeah, McCullough.
The girls.
That was an elementary school. Yeah.
I know Gary used to have an all-girls and all-boys elementary school, and we always like talk about them like, y'all go to all-boys school, but that was honestly, you feel me, something that, you feel me, I don't want to say saved me, but it's like, damn, you feel me, this is powerful because it's like never in my life had I been in a room, you feel me, with. And that's the thing about Morehouse. It's a very special environment because, it's a college, but it's very small. We have, or just over 3,000 students. So your average classroom would be maybe 15 to 30, you feel me? So back
Mm-hmm.
to what I'm saying, never had I been in my life, you feel me, in a classroom with 15, 30 people, you feel me, head straight on, you feel me? We all supporting each other. You know what I'm saying? It was honestly powerful because, you feel me, that's not what we get in a regular school environment, unfortunately.
That's true.
So it's like we working together, and it shows you that you're not alone in your everyday fight, you feel me? Man right next to you, you feel me? He's right there with you, And one thing about Morehouse, and shit, I graduated, I haven't really thought about it. When you first start in Morehouse, they tell you look to your left, look to your right, and they say one of those people not gonna be there with you when you finish. And you feel me? That's very real because you feel me? Like I said, I just really thought about it. I don't know, you feel me, where those two guys were, but you feel me? Along my journey, it was, you feel me, 500 other brothers, you feel me, that was supporting me no matter what. You get what I'm saying? So Morehouse overall was just a real powerful experience. I feel like, that was an ordained mission from God for me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because like, I knew I wanted to go to college, but I didn't know I wanted to go to college like that. You feel me?
Okay. I mean, to be honest, bro, and honestly, you know the vibe, man. Back home is really not pushed on us, man. We don't really think about that. We don't really think about that. I mean, I think primarily it's just like getting out or like just getting a job. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find a trade. I remember for a lot of my brothers, we was always trying to figure out how I was gonna get into the mill. That was always just our goal. And then like, and if we felt like we got into the mill, we was doing hotter than most of our peers. But yeah, like college was just like until like you had that life changing event where something snapped, you wasn't really like thinking about it every day. Just to be real.
Nah, for real. And I guess that's kind of how they raise you at Morehouse. Like they kind of tell you like from this day forward, you feel me, you're gonna be a different person. And it's like you feel me. I went from going to like, okay, I want to be, you feel me, I want to go to college to get a profession, you feel me, further my career. But now it's about not just me, you feel me, how can I help my people, my city, you feel me? My whole agenda has changed, you feel me, just based off 4 years at Morehouse. So it's just like, you feel me, I'm excited to see what's the next 4 years.
Now, how do you plan on helping your city? I know we've kind of hit on it a little bit, but what is your plan? What are you currently doing to help out the city?
Currently, right now, I'm definitely not as hands-on as possible. Definitely not. But I just say, you feel me? I can do better. But when I was at home, I was just at home for the July 4th holiday this year, and I was just being involved with the Urban League. Dr. Vanessa, she just changed her last name. I want to say McLeod because I know she got on me because I messed up her last name. So I don't want to. But Dr. Vanessa, shout out to her. She's from the Urban League of Gary. I did a lot of work with her. She worked at Bannock Elementary, where I went. So I'm just staying connected with her, other councilmen. You feel me? People in the community. My mom is Kimberly Robinson, which is the Calumet Township trustee. So you feel me? I'm always in her ear. You feel me? Telling her what the streets need. You feel me? What she's not gonna hear on her Facebook. So feel me?
For sure.
So just things like that. How I can be helpful. That's how I like to think of it. Not more so what am I doing, but what am I doing best for me? You feel me? That can help them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And then talking about that, how can others tap into that? Like, what I'm saying, maybe they're not away, maybe they're away from the city, or maybe they're there. Like, in your opinion, man, like, what are some ways?
So look, this is kind of like one of my most recent experiences, and I guess I can mention this too. So I know everybody knew back in Gary they had the little Tolliston, the basketball. I'm not sure what it was called. Do you know what I'm talking about?
You talking about like the little games and stuff?
Yeah, they were doing them real big, but then I know the city kind of shut it down because of COVID.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, the official name of it.
All right, so I'll run it down. So it was like the Tolliston hoop tournament, whatever, this summer. It was like 2 of them. You feel me? It was busting like over 1,000 people each event. You feel me? No violence, none of that. But because of the pandemic or whatever, it caused the city to take down the rim to Tolliston Court. On Facebook, I saw everybody complaining. You feel me? I said, how can I take this matter? You feel me? Into my hands. So me knowing who I know, just you feel me, and not even knowing who I know. I know Councilwoman Mary Brown, excuse me.
Okay.
Because my mom was on the council before she was a trustee. But like I said, this had nothing to do with who I know. I went on the Gary Common Council website, found her email and phone number. I called her, left her a voicemail, said, hello, Councilwoman, I just left you an email. I'm asking that you check it. In the email, I asked her, why did the courts come down? I just wanted to clarify that if they were coming down for the pandemic, you feel me, it was that. And it wasn't because that people are, crowded at the courts. Right. And then she said that we did, or she said it was she told me exactly what happened. And that's what I appreciate. She was very transparent. She said that the health department said that it was emergency or whatever, so they had to take it down. So then my response was, thank you for responding back to me. I appreciate this, but why is the beach open? How is it that we can allow people from Chicago, Michigan, come to Gary, Indiana Beach, bringing this in from out of state, but we can't have a park open for our citizens?
Right.
And I don't even want to say this, but you feel me? The next week, the beach was closed. You feel me? I'm not saying I had anything to do with that, but Jerome Prince, the mayor, had closed the beach the next week. And I said, okay, you feel me? Now I feel better. Because if you're going to close down the stuff in the community, the whole city needs to be closed down. You feel me? We need to, we got to be fair with this type of stuff.
Absolutely.
You feel me? If you're concerned with what's going on in your community or concerned about anything, I would say call your councilman. You feel me? Find out what district you live in. It's 5 districts in Gary, or 6, I'm sorry, 6 districts in Gary.
6 districts.
Yeah, and 3 at-large councilmen. So you feel me? You're well represented. Just need to find out who to talk to. And then even under that, you have precinct committee people who can get to the councilman or your precinct board. You feel me? If you're not available to.
Right. Okay. I didn't see, and that, honestly, I had seen the beaches closed, and I was curious about that, man. So it's good to know some backstory behind, kind of how things like that are arriving. Like you said, not that you're saying you had completely 100%, effect on that, but you know what I'm saying. Sometimes, just stating something or just saying something makes a change. I know for me. One thing that I can parallel or piggyback off of what you're saying is, honestly, man, speaking up is probably at least like 50% of the job. You know what I'm saying? Speaking up, saying something about it. For example, I got this like little contest going on around the city. Highlight things that are going on in the city, whether it is good or bad. Take a picture of it. You know what I'm saying? Because if we're able to like put it on a platform and say, hey, these are our problem areas, then we have somewhere to go back to where we say, okay, when we get funding, when we get a little money, how can we go and target those areas? So it's all about it. It's all about doing something. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I can definitely take my hat off to you. Now, I seen on your podcast is it explicit content. You had on there some Gary natives, and I'm just interested, like. Is that your stream of like giving back to, or is that more of just like putting them on, giving them a platform to share what they're doing?
No, I got so I definitely got something, you feel me, geared for Gary in particular. It's too soon to speak on it, you feel me? I don't want to, I'm one of those type of people. So my podcast is just what I'm doing for my brand right now. We just met, so you don't really know who I am, or you feel me, but I used to DJ, you feel me? So and I met a lot of people, artists, all type of people. And I said, it's crazy because I started this before the pandemic. It was just in a way to think of how can I expand my brand, you feel me, outside of house parties, outside of clubs. And I said, well, you feel me, I looked up the DJ academics. So I'm like, let me get this podcast jumping. You feel me? And this was early 2019, maybe late 2018. It was me and my roommate at the time. His name was Rose. But then, you feel me, all type of conflicts happen with just from production to, you feel me, scheduling. Yeah. So it's, you feel me, called me to fall back on it. You feel me, gave me the time I needed to think, you feel me, how to relaunch it, got all of that together. And then now we, you feel me, we're 15 episodes in. You feel me, I got some stuff in the vault, you feel me? So, but sure. I wouldn't say that it's geared towards Gary people. So the thing is, I saw this quote the other day, my guy, he was like, what we're doing is building generations, you feel me? Versus get rich quick, you feel me? Yeah. And that's exactly what I'm on, you feel me? I'm not trying to get rich off my podcast or, you feel me, looking to make a quick buck or I am trying to get sponsored. That, you feel me? That's a new goal of mine for the podcast. If I get a sponsor, you feel me? That'd be cool. But, you feel me, ideally would be, you feel me, to start a platform, you feel me, to pass down, you feel me, or start something that could be of something large, you feel me? If I can take explicit content, or, you feel me, we can take explicit content, take Just a Kid from Gary, you feel me, have this shit in a fucking building, you feel me? That way we got 10 jobs, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? We're teaching kids shit, like, so that's what I'm passionate about.
Bro, do you not understand? That's literally that's like what you just said right there is probably the beef of it. The podcast is only just like the awareness piece, you know what I'm saying? But there's just this action that happens behind it. So the fact that you sit there, I think that, we got to really be thinking about ways that we can even like work together on more projects. This could be the one of many, but it needs to rub like that, for example, taking a development in the city and just having a place where literally we could do live. you know what I'm saying, live events and live podcasts where people can come in and learn, truly learn in a place that's positive and, you know what I'm saying, other things going on. That's the alternative. That's the
I
piece there.
know DeJuan Morrell, that's another guy who deep in
That's
his
my
life.
boy. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we
Yes,
had
sir.
talked about this as well, and he used to hoop, so he was
Yep.
like, "Bro, I want to do the podcast in Bowman Gym, like you feel me on the court, like we're gonna do an episode." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's what's up." So
That's
I want to,
hot.
because I know you feel me, he on the same type of realm right now. So
Yeah.
you feel me, but no,
Yeah,
yeah,
shout out to Rico for sure, man. He's doing his thing, man. I literally just spoke to him recently, and he's even like doing something with the media thing, and I think that's huge. You know what I'm saying? He's really trying to take over the media in the city. And if
so,
you think about it, man, to really set our city on top, we actually need all these companies to like really start growing and progressing. We need a media company. We need some type of design company. We need like some type of like legality company, and all of them kind of build off of each other. So it's a lot of opportunity, man. That's the beautiful thing about it, you know, a lot of opportunity. So with that being said, bro, explicit, like you said, explicit content is just this piece where you're building your own personal brand. How hard is it, or what are the difficulties behind, like, you know what I'm saying, doing something like that? So if we have listeners here who saying, I want to do that, you know, I want to create content. How can they do that?
For sure. So that's the thing. I'm getting to that point now where I'm working out all my kinks. You feel me? And it's becoming like, you know, I know how like it can be. I don't want to say it's running itself, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Automation. Automation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
automation. You feel me? We're getting there. So, but I would just say in the beginning, you definitely want to try to build your consistency early. Like I remember I didn't have a trailer. That was pretty cool. And when I got there, I'm like, this is something that's hit. You feel me? I need it. You feel me? A good logo to start off. You feel me? I would just say make sure you're branded A1. You feel me? Off back. You feel me? Branding is definitely key. Building my brand, living my life. That's one of my favorite quotes.
Building my brand, living my life. I like that.
You got to build your brand in order to live your life, and your life is your brand. So True. You feel me? And we support all these other brands, like it's a Polo notebook right here. You feel me? Beats headphones. Like I'm supporting all their brands. Support yourself. You feel me? So.
Yeah, for sure. Bro, real quick, I was just reading your shirt, man. And Village Hot Dogs, bro. Wow, like
that's Sarah with the Cyclops.
So who made that shirt?
I don't know, it was a gift. Dope House.
Okay. Dope
House.
No, that shirt.
Dope House. Go copies.
No, that is, bro, that's the city right there. That's the city right there on the shirt, on that shirt, bro. Mr. Charlie's. First of all, to understand Mr. Charlie's, you must have like had to be on the east side and go to Pulaski. And I remember, bro, like literally like that. Mays. Like Mr. Joe Mays is on there.
Yeah, Joe Mays.
Joe Mays, yeah, man. So, bro, I got stories for days on these. So, for example, Mr. Charlie's was an interesting one because we would always go down to right after school. We would go to Charlie's, and literally, like, bro, every day after school, that candy store used to be packed, bro. You couldn't even breathe, huh?
You went to Pulaski?
I went to Pulaski. Yeah. I went to Pulaski. So it was literally like, you know, it was right across the street. So we was there all the time. You know what I mean?
I went to Bethune, then Banneker. Then I left Gary for a little bit and went to Bishop Knoll, and I graduated from Westside.
Okay. Yeah. So you was a West Side kid. I was on the East Side. So everything I did East Side. So that's what that. But yeah, bro. Like even Joe Mays, man. Like that's the city, man. Like that dude, he worked. I take my hat off to that dude because he worked every single day. He even was working when he was old, man. And literally, they, you know, said they went ahead and gave that corner to him and dedicated that corner to his name.
The Ensign Man too.
The Ensign Man. You can't forget about the Ensign Man.
Yeah, nah.
So it was Gary,
like Gary is so rich in history, bro. It's crazy.
Bro. And we can't forget it, and we can't allow that to die, man. We really gotta be the ones that put it on our back. You know what I'm saying? I think that's our main mission right now is taking it, putting it on our back, and leading forward with it. But what projects do you have in the pipeline that you can actually talk about? You know, that you can put out there?
So just some more what I'm involved in. Like I said, I'm working. My job right now is Straight to Tell Productions Company. You feel me? You can check us out. We do a lot of public health content. So
okay.
You feel me? That's just self-explanatory. Like kicking shit out to hospitals. Right now,
especially because of COVID now, I'm guessing you guys got a lot of work.
I was gonna say right now is overdoses. Actually, you feel me? I'm working on directly with the Pennsylvania project, just talking to, I don't even want to say survivors, but you feel me, recovering addicts, you know, just telling their stories and you feel me, getting that content out because that's what these, you know, so really how it is, we just get the different contracts, you feel me, produce the content for, you know, what they need. You know, get out. But that's definitely, I know I'm working with 2 different companies right now on overdoses, one in Florida, one in Pennsylvania. So.
Okay. So then I guarantee you that's keeping you busy right now. Besides of all the work that you're doing, you know what I'm saying?
And then, yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't what I was gonna say, but check out Sovereign Sounds. That's me and a bunch of other. Well, yeah, I'll say a bunch of other people from the AUC, which is the Atlanta University Center. So that's Morehouse, Clark, and Spelman. Bunch of other creatives. We putting together like it's one of a kind. Like it's a creative space. You feel me? So we got interviews. You feel me? We got this thing called Story Time. We playing charades. You feel me? It's gonna be some fire content we putting together, and it's just like you feel me. We getting the famous TikTok people. You feel me? You know, Instagrammers, diamond testers, all them people on there. You feel me? Come in there and play some games, and it's kind of, you know, we're in Atlanta, so that's kind of like the, you know, the demographic out here.
No, for real. I heard it's like, bro, I haven't been to Atlanta in like a couple months, but like, bro, that's like, it's to me, that's where a lot of that energy is being shoved down to. Like, even one of I know this huge Instagrammer influencer, he's down in Atlanta and people kind of just flock down there with him. So for some odd reason, I see it become a big, you know what I'm saying, you know, influential hub. So a lot of projects there. But with that being said, I was thinking about, you know, ways that we can like really influence, you know, people back in the city to really start thinking about ways that they can get creative.
Man,
what you got in mind, man?
I was gonna say, I'm all about shouting out and, you feel me, like putting other people up. You feel me? So you saying that? Shout out to Amari Ferguson. You feel me? Neighborhood Productions. That's my dog. She went to Banneker. She's creative. If you need a photo shoot, music video, or anything like that in the city of Gary, she can definitely take care of you. And you feel me? Along from that, she is an artist too. Amari Noel, a little artist name. So you feel me? My dog is fire with the shits for real. So you feel me? She's creative. I can vouch for her. You feel me? Check her out if you need that creative work in the city.
But I actually was headed. I actually want to put together a little tribute video that I've been thinking about with a different little spin. So I'm glad you threw her name out there because that'd be a person I can reference for sure. Yeah. But yeah, man, like even on that, like I want to really be able to use this, even our platform, to even encourage people like, man, start making content, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of creative stuff out there. Think about it. The Jacksons came out of their city. So like we gotta have that creative blood, man.
That's everywhere you go, to be honest. You tell somebody you're from Gary, they be like, from where Michael Jackson from? Like, yeah.
Yep.
Michael Jackson, we got Freddie Gibbs, you feel me? Denise Wood, you feel me? We got Grammys in Gary, like, and that's just Grammys, you feel me? We got athletes too. Shout out to
Glenn Robinson. We got him, yeah.
LaTroy Hawkins, you feel me? We got So
we got stuff.
We can compete with any other city for real. You feel
me? Heavy, bro. Heavy. So yeah, man, that's man, I like to hear that, man. I like to hear that you're staying busy, man. And real quick, one thing I like to do with my brothers from Gary that are doing a big thing, like to give you a big shout out, man. Man, continue doing what you're doing, man, because we need leaders like you. And guarantee you, this is the one of many. You know what I'm saying? The next project we do probably going, you know, be 10 times greater, of course. But I'm actually working with another guy from the city. He's doing some incredible things, and I'll plug you up with him. He got a brand now called Paradigm, and basically it's just this motivational, you know what I'm saying, to basically help people just like get out of the like little roots that they're in and get to this better form of life. So man, just continue doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that, gang.
Yeah. So with that being said, man, do you have any last like things you want to say to people? You know what I'm saying? Just to really like.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Since I know you're into architecture, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I know that it's a Frank Lloyd Wright house in Gary.
I've seen it. Yep, it is.
Anything about that?
It is, man. Yeah, I've seen it.
Is it one or two? Just for my clarification.
I think it's one. I'm not sure on the second one. The second one is, I think the second one went through like some deconstruction, and it might not be there. And when I looked on the map, I wasn't able to see it. But I know that first one's still there. And that first one has a lot of history on it. The first one actually went through a fire, got reconstructed. Yeah, all of that. But yeah, it's a Frank Lloyd Wright house in Gary. Yeah, bro.
That was just a little personal research I had, you feel me? And a lot of people don't know who Frank Lloyd Wright is. You feel me? That's just, I know him because I took an art class.
Yeah.
I knew you would have a certain answer on that for me, so I just had to ask you that.
Yeah, but like for our guest, like Frank Lloyd Wright was basically, he's basically the architect they claim that really, built America. But
Yeah.
he had a lot of influence, saying architecture. We, his books are here. We study him every single day. And so it's even where I began to do some of my like initial research and then move past him once I was able to get my ground rules planted on, what architecture was. But yeah, bro,
So
that's a good.
why you think he brought a house to Gary? I'm sorry, I'm going too deep on this. But
No, you good, man. You said what?
so why you think like that house is better than Gary?
Telling you, Gary was the place, bro. It honestly, like, it was literally like the place, man. People don't realize like how crazy that city was, man, and that's why that's why it's coming back. That's why like people are planning on it. That's why like what I'm saying my work is in the city because Franklin Wright understood something. What I'm saying it was the bare bones for good home, like good residential homes. Like think about the West Side, right where the hospital is. If
Yeah.
you go look at all those homes, bro, those homes are literally, yep, off of
Yeah,
Fifth, yes sir.
yeah, no. I
All
always
them homes are beautiful, bro.
yeah,
Beautiful homes, nice brick homes. You know what I'm saying? Very resilient. So those homes really had like some of the best architecture, in the city. And a lot of them, what I'm saying, abandoned, what I'm saying, dilapidated. But, what I'm saying, they still hold a lot of, what I'm saying, significance. So when it
yeah,
comes down to architecture, man, like that place, yeah. Yeah.
so
Good peep though, bro. That's some good
one more
research.
question. One more question. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
It's just the podcast in me. So when you say like that, and when we talk about the homes on Fifth Ave, and like we see this in like I just saw a video. I'll send it to you on some side stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we look at these homes and we look at the progress of America. And you feel me? How we rebuild our cities. How can we do this? And you feel me? We got this thing like it's hard to explain because it's a touchy subject. I was talking to my bro about it last night because it's just like you feel me. You got these. It's like you can buy a house for $20,000. You feel me? Revamp it. You know what I'm saying? Get it right. But then it's like then you don't want to be a gentrifier. You know what I'm saying? Like how do you draw the line, or you feel me? What's the line between that? Like how can we help our community without killing the community? Or you feel me?
Bro, I'm so glad you asked that question, man. This is what I study, man. I'm glad to get even offer an answer to you, because this is something that like a lot of people need to harp on. Group economics. So
So
one thing about it is what one thing that takes effect and gentrify happens in the community is because not a lot of the community residents are informed on gentrifying and the future development. So a lot of times, what I'm saying, developers come in and they're quiet about it. They're quiet about it. They're not making too much noise until
they in Atlanta.
until the bulldozers come down the street, right?
I'm
And the
telling you,
people and the
yeah.
people around, bro, they're not even aware of it. So literally what they're doing is they just waiting, what I'm saying, thinking that, their day is coming. And then in 128 days, they got to leave their community because the property value is going up. So what it is the best thing to do is educate them ahead of time. So even with the reason behind my podcast is literally like, gentrification could happen to Gary. Literally, it's probably bound to happen.
It's coming.
But if you already thinking ahead of time, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take you and your 5 best friends around the block, and y'all gonna start investing into your community. So you're gonna start buying up the houses here and there. Y'all gonna start building little, what I'm saying, jobs and businesses, so that when everything goes up, you right there along with it. And that's what happens within a lot of communities. So, for example, I'll take Cabrini Green out of Chicago. That development went down, but nobody understood what was happening. They wanted that lakeshore front, and because literally people weren't like the black people weren't investing into that area or anything like that. Once those developers came knocking saying, "Hey, we're gonna tear this thing down," black people only had 128 days to leave. So gentrification, man, it happens, it do, but you got to educate the people on how to invest into the community so they not ran out, basically.
For sure. I'm glad you feel me. That's a perfect answer, and I'm glad you feel me, we touched on that. And I guess to end it, you feel me, like you said, that lakefront that the white people wanted is the same lakefront that
That
Gary
they
got.
want to get. Yes, sir.
So
It's a
you feel me?
target, bro. It's a
So you
target.
feel me?
It's a
I'm
target.
glad we're here with it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I enjoyed the conversation today, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's stay locked in, man. Where can people find you, brother?
Oh yeah, everywhere. Facebook, Chris Robinson, Instagram, and Twitter is all the same. Turbo, C-Rob, Turbo, CROB. And yeah, I'm on, you feel me? In my bio, check out my link tree. You feel me? That's where you can see everything else. I'm going to say I'm on Twitch and all that, but
Bet.
just hit my link tree, you'll find me.
Okay. Man, all
Appreciate
right,
it,
man.
man.
This has been literally the Just a Kid from Gary podcast with my boy Chris. Yo, if you stay locked in, follow him on all the social media. Be tuned in for the next episode. I'm out.